Cleaning and adjusting my Stuart 5A steam engine, part 2. Cleaning the engine parts using a solvent, then making a paper template to use as a pattern for a metal base, and running the engine on the bench using compressed air. As I showed in the previous episode, this is the stuff I'm going to use. I normally use this stuff in my ultrasonic cleaner, but apart from the size of the engine being a bit too big for the ultrasonic cleaner, I've found that it often removes the paint, and I don't want to remove the paint. And that's why I'm cleaning the parts using a toothbrush. By the way, this is not the toothbrush that I use on a daily basis, it's an old one to have for jobs like this. And at this stage I would just like to say that I do not recommend this carbusonic cleaning liquid for cleaning your teeth. It's quite powerful stuff this, and it smells a little bit like a type of washing up liquid that I remember from many years ago called Star Drops. Whatever this liquid is, it's doing the trick. It's making short work of removing the sticky, gummy oil residue, and after a couple of applications of this stuff, you can see that the eccentrics are much cleaner. Time to move upwards onto the eccentric rods. These were really badly stained, they were actually brown. I'm not going to thoroughly clean this engine for the video, it would take too long. I just wanted to show the method that I used and the general principle, and now the engine is looking a lot better. Once I'd finished making this episode, I repeated the process to clean the engine further. But as cleaning engine parts using a toothbrush and solvent is not a skill, it seemed a bit of a waste of time to feature the principle in massive detail in this video. This next clip you're about to see is a bit out of sequence. It's when I removed the engine from the wooden base, and as you can see it is very oily. Steam engines generally use a total loss oil system. When I built this engine, I fitted some silicone O-rings on the outside of the bearings, which worked out okay because nearly all of the oil ended up in this area of the base. What you're looking at is 4 years worth of oil residue that really has gone quite hard. I actually used some of the carbusonic liquid and a cloth to get rid of all this residue, and now it looks like this, stained but okay. What I'm going to do is make a metal bed plate for the engine that fits underneath the box bed, so all of the oil is contained within the box bed. To make this piece of metal to fit underneath the box bed and be the same shape as it, I thought it would be quite logical to sit the engine on a piece of paper and draw around it. And in this clip I'm cutting out the shape using my trusty Sheffield steel pair of scissors that are very old and still quite sharp, despite being regularly used for cutting sandpaper. I drew a sketch on the piece of paper to show me which was the front part. The 2 arrows are pointing at the flywheel. Unintentionally, this image reminds me of the face of Marvin the Paranoid Android from the old TV series many years ago of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I'm marking the position of the holes on the piece of paper by holding it over the base and rubbing it with a pencil, like a brass rubbing. After doing this, I realised that a better way of doing it was just to poke the pencil through the holes. Before running the engine, I'm lubricating everything thoroughly, because the solvent that I use for cleaning the parts is also a powerful degreaser. For short runs, I generally oil the bearings through the slots in the side where the drip feed is. The glass oil is a part full of oil, and I keep the needle valves closed to stop this running out. If I open the needle valves, I guarantee I will forget to close them after a run, and the glass oilers soon will become empty, dropping even more oil onto the base. As you can hear, the engine's quite well adjusted now, and it sounds really nice. That's about it for the narration. I really can't say any more about it. I'm going to leave the engine running at various speeds. This obviously is a slow speed, and what I'm going to show shortly is what happens when I notch back the engine and it sort of walks across the bench. Anyway, that's it from me. Stay safe, stay healthy, thanks for watching, and I hope you found it useful. please take the time to visit my Mainsteam Models website and click on the section of the website that says Video Playlists. And by doing that, you can find other videos that you may like to watch. And by using the playlists, you can actually watch the videos back to back.